So a couple of weeks ago, I tried to implement a few habits and behaviours into my routine in order to improve my kind of productive output, my fitness and my overall sense of well-being. To nobody's surprise, a few days into this implementation of new habits, I failed, and it upset me and knocked my confidence a little bit, because it sucks to feel like one day you say, okay, tomorrow I'll do this, this and this, and then that day comes around and you don't do it. You feel helpless and you feel like you're not in control of your own behaviour, which is a really sucky feeling to have. But then I saw a video by Joe Delaney, who's a YouTuber, and he was talking about how
some of the biggest differences in everyday quality of life that a person can gain come from doing less rather than more. And I think that's important, because it's true that not everyone has the time, money or motivation to add things into their routine. Why not start with the things that give you the best return for the least effort? Nobody can't afford one less cup of coffee or to smoke or drink less. Nobody hasn't got the time to work or scroll on Instagram less. It might be other things that you know you can cut out.
So that video kind of gave me an idea that I wanted to implement a 30-day challenge for myself, not to add 5 things to my routine in order to try and improve myself, but to remove things from my routine. And so I decided to implement 4 rules which would stop me doing certain actions, behaviours, habits that kind of challenged my procrastination, challenged my social media use, and challenged the overall time I spend every day just wasting time through so many different ways. It's astonishing how good we are at wasting time, even though we have goals and things we want to achieve. The first one was to remove gaming, or to limit the amount of time I spend gaming. Gaming's super addictive for me. I have addictive tendencies anyway. Gaming is like a sweet cream donut, baby. I want it. I think it's partly the false sense of achievement that I get. Like, well done, you won. Well done, you beat the other team on League of Legends. Well done, you beamed a kid on Rust and now you have his stuff. It's not a real achievement, really, because it's not in the real world. You've not learned a skill in the real world. You've not achieved something in the real world. You've not done anything in the real world. So with gaming, I've banned gaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I've limited gaming to past 6 p.m. So that's one rule called the no gaming rule, which limits gaming. The second rule was the no social media rule, which kind of tackles the problem that we're all addicted to social media, this kind of false portrayal of who we are, and we think if we don't go on it or if we don't have it, people will forget about us. People have already forgotten about you, dude. Like, they're not checking your Facebook profile. Like, come on. So with social media, I've deleted Facebook and Instagram from my phone. I've logged out of those things on my phone's browser, and on my computer I've blocked them using a free Chrome extension. And I've also used that free Chrome extension to ban some illicit websites to stop me having a false sense of something else as well. So yeah, that's the no social media rule. Next is the no entertainment rule. So this covers things like YouTube and Twitch and kind of just things that are fun to do, videos to watch, time to waste. I've banned entertainment until 6 p.m. on all days, 7 days a week. No entertainment until 6 p.m. And those 3 rules that I've just mentioned in combination basically mean that until 6 p.m. every day, if you're bored, you can only do things that things you should be doing, proactive, productive things. That's the point. Fourth rule is the no phone rule. This means that you have to put your phone down every day, leave it in the living room until 6 p.m. unless you really need it for a reason, like to get into the gym or to contact your mum because she's in hospital or something like that. You don't really need your phone, so put it down. And the point of this is to just get rid of those extra few little time wasters. Like, I'll be checking my YouTube studio, I'll be checking my eToro to see that my stocks have crashed even further. And maybe sometimes I'll be checking Snapchat. And originally I'll be checking it to speak to the boys, but then I'll send a message to the boys, and then I'll open the stories and look at how Pete and Kim Kardashian are together and Kanye's not happy about it. I really shouldn't be interested in such things, but I click on it for some unknown reason. So I implemented these 4 rules about 5 days ago, and since then every day I've been recording my adherence to these rules with a tick sheet, and by the end of 30 days and throughout this process, I'm gonna take little snippets of how I feel, record my progress, and at the end I'll see how I feel, see what it did for me, and see if I've eliminated procrastination. And then beyond that, I'll have to keep recording my adherence to these rules until these rules really do become habits. And that's the point, to change your behaviour. But I think I read somewhere that it's like two months of doing something, then it becomes a habit, maybe 3 months. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Oh look, there's the moon. Hello. It's been about a week since I recorded the initial set of rules in that initial segment of video. There's the sunset, that's nice, isn't it? Wow. The weekdays went by quite well. I didn't game whatsoever. I felt an overwhelming sense of peace, knowing that I'm not gaming tonight, so I might as well stay calm, not let my thoughts be distracted by what games I might play, and kind of just focus on what I need to do for the day. However, the weekend came around, and after being a born-again Christian, coming off the crack, which is everyday distraction, on Friday I was allowed to use the crack again, the crack being gaming. And it just so happened that the boys, the gamer boys, they downloaded Rust for the first time ever. And as the member of the group with the most Rust hours, it was on my shoulders to show them what to do. And so what happened was a really good time. However, on the Saturday, I broke the rules. I gamed 2 hours earlier than I should have. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. It's 1x in my tick sheet. But yeah, that happened, and the question is it possible to take small doses of hyperstimulative things? Or is it not, you know? Is this why people go cold turkey and get rid of these things altogether? Because maybe it's impossible to have a small dose of weed at the weekend, or gaming at the weekend, or porn, because then when you don't have it, you want it, you know? Is it a situation where to stop using these things, or to stop being controlled and addicted by these things, you have to completely stop use altogether, because the use of a small amount is just so good and so tempting that you inevitably relapse and start using whatever the stimulus is more? That's the question. I guess in the process of trying to fix myself and improve, maybe I will answer this question. It's only like the end of week 1, maybe, or like maybe halfway through week 2, I don't know. We're a couple of days in, and I will be back with another update. Peace. So here I am, me again on this hill. About 2 days since I recorded and told you guys about that blemish, that error that happened on Saturday. It's a gorgeous sunset right now. It's Wednesday, and the weekday rules are back in full swing. They were from Monday, but the point of the video is to say it's amazing how much you can get done when you aren't relying and expecting an escape at the end of the day. Even if you gamed for 1 hour in the evening, the amount of time you would spend fantasizing and thinking about that 1 hour is a lot more than 1 hour. And so you end up being a lot more productive knowing that today, the only things I'm going to experience are real life things in the day, and so I might as well get loads of stuff done. Another personal anecdote is today I'm in uni, my phone's in my pocket because I've took my phone so I can play music in my car, and I go to the toilet, I pull out my phone, I'm taking a poo, and even though I have no 4G or no Wi-Fi, I am mindlessly clicking on apps and trying to open things to check things in some kind of crazy attempt to distract myself from just sitting there and having a poo. What kind of monkey behaviour is this? I don't know, but I'm going to put a cross in the no phone rule today as a kind of way of punishing myself. If I am going to take my phone so I can play music, then it really should stay either in my car when I get there or in my pocket. I shouldn't be going back to monkey brain kind of habits and doing these things. So yeah, thank you for listening. Peace. Hello, I'm on top of the world. I wanted to record this video. It's a few days since the last one. I wanted to say that I have deadlines coming up, and the deadlines give me stress, and when I'm stressed, that's when my procrastination and my self-destructive habits appear, my long video game use, my drug use, or porn, all of it, all these behaviours rise up like ugly little demons when the stress appears, and I'm sure lots of people can relate to that. And it made me realise the importance of sticking to the rules and the routine in these moments of stress. Like in this week leading up to the deadlines, I'd be in a much worse mental state if I had flopped and if I had broken all the rules and gone back to stupid self-destructive habits. I'd be in a terrible position to deal with these deadlines and deal with the stress. So the point of the video is to say the more discomfort you feel about sticking to the rules, about doing the hard work, going to the gym, waking up early, the more benefits you'll get from it, because the more you don't want to do it, the more you need to do it, okay? That's the message for today. Hello, it's about a week since my last little snippet of video that I recorded. The deadline that I was stressing about came, and I was prepared to deal with it, and I dealt with it like a man, like a real man. And I submitted a piece of work that I'm proud of, rather than a last-minute rushed piece of work that I'm not so proud of. So that's good. And now the opposite problem arises. If you're a good procrastinator like me, as soon as you find a chance to not do any work, like a slight lull in deadlines or an apparent break, you will then spend an entire week or two doing absolutely nothing, which will then land you back in the problem that led to you watching this video and trying to sort your shit out. I think we all suffer from that, and it's a tragic loop really. Many of us will sort our shit out, get our shit back in order for a situation, the situation passes, and then we just forget all of the routine and the, discipline. We forget all of the discipline that we taught ourselves because the stressful situation has passed. But then what happens is another one arises and you're just not prepared for it whatsoever. So my next deadline's in like 2 weeks. I'm already working on the assignment. I'm being a proactive, good student thanks to the rules and regulations that I am trying to enforce and apply to my life. Thank you, bye-bye. It's raining, so I need to make this quick. What I was scared of happening in the last segment of video did happen. Without a deadline leaning over my shoulder and making me scared, there was no reason for self-help, and so the monkey brain took over. I'll put it on screen now, but the last 4 days of the 30-day challenge, I failed. I completely failed. I was living minute by minute, chasing short-term gratification. I was in a bad place. And so I was thinking, do I make this last segment of video? Do I just not finish the video? Or a small part of me was like, just lie, just pretend you improved. But no, obviously the best decision is to be honest about it. And there are messages you can take from this. The first one being self-help is not easy. I think there's just one little piece missing Maybe it's just a really high level of self-discipline. But by making this last segment of video, it's a message to myself that I'm not giving up on self-help. I'm sure there are loads of people you know that have tried self-help once or twice, given up, and that's their reason for living their shitty life the way they live it. I tried that once, didn't work. That's why I drink every night. Okay. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to live a life of regret. Self-help isn't easy. I'm not giving up. The rules that I applied did help. They improved my happiness, my productivity, my sense of well-being. It did help. The problem was sticking to the rules. I think it's completely fine. It's not fine. It's okay that I failed. In the sense that I'm willing to get back up off the ground and go again. I'd be a weaker man if I just deleted all the content, deleted the video, gave up making the video, gave up on self-help and just went home and played League. I'd be a weaker-willed man if I did that. That's not what I want to do at all. So yeah, thanks for watching. Do try and improve yourself. I will be trying to improve myself. Life's not easy. People have their own issues. Some people find it easier than others. I don't find these things easy, alright? You know, it's fine for someone that has an easy time at life to give you advice on how to get a job, get a girl, and find happiness when they're 6'5" and drop dead gorgeous and get things given to them, you know? The advice they give you wouldn't work for you. You know, you wouldn't take financial advice from a kid that was born into an upper class rich family and got money given to them. You wouldn't take financial advice from that person. They don't know anything. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. What a horrible, grey and gloomy day this is. Don't give up on yourself. Keep trying. Don't spend too much time watching self-help videos. Just watch mine and then go for a run. Okay? Thank you.